I'm saying they are talking about peace pact.
No,
We're talking about the elections. Have you decided
yes,
who
the
you vote
election,
for?
before the election, that they are calling for the signing of the political parties signing of the peace pact.
Yes.
If I can hear you well.
Yes, go ahead.
So I don't know if I can recall 2020 elections. During 2020 elections, did the political parties sign the peace pact or not? If they signed, and at the end of the day, what was the outcome? What was the outcome of this peace pact? This, our Ghana peace pact, is it just to convince people and put people at the corner so that the political parties can come and do whatever they want, and at the end of the day, they walk away freely? Or after signing this peace pact, if any political party misbehaves, that political party will be held accountable. I only want to know this.
All right.
So if we are signing peace pact, it is very good. But is it only the political party that are to sign this peace pact? Electoral Commission, is it not able, comply to sign this peace pact?
All right.
The security, and then what have you? I don't know, because I am not actually at peace.
All right, we have another caller joining us, so thank you so much for calling. Your point has been well made. When you call us, please keep it short and simple so that we can accommodate more callers. We have a caller joining us from WA. Hello?
Well, certainly.
Good morning. Good morning, Rula. My name is Tariq. I'm calling from WA.
Good morning,
Thank
Tariq.
you.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you. The few things that inform me to vote are on the economy and employment.
Okay.
And then if you look at the state of economy today, look at Galamsey as well. It is bad. You see, you could have any amount of money on your pocket. You think it is money. But when you go to the market, I think I feel for women so much when they go to the market to buy foodstuffs, come to the house. Their husband could give them 100 cities, 200 cities to go to the market. When they go, what they buy, the small things that they have in the quality, when you do it, you feel very pity for them. So when things are happening between people are not, and what pains me is people don't agree that things are hard for us. They don't try to defend themselves. Okay? If it were any serious country, people would have been resigning, because what we are going through is not what you told us you make us go through. You chastised the former president Obama because he said things were not good under his tenure. Now you have come, you have the opportunity. Do better, you are even doing much worse than he had done. So how do you tell yourself that, or how do you convince the voter that you are doing better? Comparing, now they are talking of a bag of cocoa. When they mention the price today and previously, you see that the inflation rate is much higher today. So that amount, 3,000 plus, it is nothing, because when the farmer takes it, he's unable to even buy fertilizer or any other things to use in the farm. That aside, look at the water. Now in Upper West region, just about 3 days ago, when the tap was open, the color of the water is moving from, let's say, from that light green to almost brown. So you could see that there's some bit of cyanide moving towards the muddy nature of the water. And that is very bad.
All right.
As we are fighting or talking about the Galamsey menace and people are defending it, tomorrow the repercussions will be on everyone, not on any individual. So let us always try to do the right thing and stop defending the undefendable. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for calling us. We appreciate your call, Tafiq. You can also call us. The number is on the line, Roland.
Well, certainly. So we have a couple of messages before we take the next call. This one is coming from Kotaka Courage in Anglogan Lashibi. Says that that Dr. Mahmoudou Baumia resonates well with me, and apart from him, it will be Nana Bediakon, aka Cheddar. I won't vote for any second-hand filled person, he concludes. And then, of course, I have Aziz Donla, who also, okay, is here to give me a message. But subsequently, Kwesi Mensah in the US says, Ghanaians should vote massively for John Mahama and Professor Jainan Opoku-Agyeman's ticket because they have the track record in making consideration for how goods and services have become expensive on the Ghanaian market, and those should be the watchword and benchmark. We have another call on the line now.
Hello.
Hello.
Good morning, sir. Hi. What's your name and where are you calling us from?
My name is Hero. I'm calling from Access Kuma.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
What's on your mind? What would inform your decision to vote for who?
I've taken my decision. Actually, I don't have any party. I'm a floating voter.
Okay, that's great.
So I have made my decision to vote for Mahama.
Why is that?
Looking at his previous administration, comparing to now, I think Mahama did better than this government.
Okay.
Looking at the economy, even the education system, looking at how the education system is now, I think Mahama will do better than NPP Party.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much for calling us. You can also call us. Let us know what are the key considerations that you are making. I'll read some of your messages coming in. Good morning, Na. To be frank, and to my brother Roland, to be frank, what will make me choose my leader as president of Ghana come December 7th is the cost of maize. Okay, I think you already read that message. More messages coming in. Good morning, Na. What would make me decide who to vote for is how consistent my light stays on between now and December 7th. That is why we voted out Mahama. If the lights don't come back on, we know what to do. All right. He's talking about the power outages that we're experiencing lately. My lights went off yesterday, and I prayed that it'll come back on in good time.
So that you can ready yourself for today. So that we can
get ready for Monday morning. And the lights did come on about 30 minutes or so later. All right, we have another caller joining us. Hello?
Good morning once again.
Once again, did you talk to us earlier?
Yes, Tariq, yeah. I wanted to
Tariq, you're back.
Before we go on.
Okay.
Looking at our basic education, I think anybody who is I'm into education, and I know what I'm about to say.
What's that?
It is very, very bad. If you look at the nature of education today, or the state of education as we have it today, it's bad. How could you introduce new subjects when you don't even have materials for the junior high school? Now they have provided some few materials. That is quite commendable. But even the junior high grade have not got materials. You see, before you do something, you don't rush into policies. Then after that, you try to roll them. You have to be sure that when you are rolling a policy, it goes smoothly.
All right.
Then the next thing is, our vice president is telling that we should trust him on being able to keep the public purse. When you
Okay, we've lost you there, Tariq, but thank you for calling us back. We have to cross over now to Johnny Hughes, who's on standby with Johnny's Bite. Stay tuned.
Viewed and streamed across platforms and in your homes and in your offices. Those who make time to watch and those who make time to share and to like and to comment and to send feedback, we are grateful and we thank you so much indeed for your time. Very disturbing news around us about cholera. Some persons have been hospitalized. And it takes me back to when we had COVID-19 and we were all very much focused about our sanitary conditions, washing our hands with soap and the running water, using sanitizers, etc. We seem to have thrown that to the dogs. We have forgotten that those days saved us a great deal. So please, let's encourage each other, wash our hands with soap and under running water, and also use the sanitizers as much as possible, because cholera can kill. Cholera, diarrhea, dysentery, all of those ones, they can kill. Typhoid, they can kill. And you do not want to die as a result of that situation. So as much as possible, please wash your hands. I understand that sometimes your pipe doesn't flow. And these days, it's like we're rationing water. 3 days, your tap flows. The next 3 days, it doesn't flow. Your power goes off. Nobody explains anything. I can understand we're in a public crisis of a sort. And nobody seems to bother to explain to us. And I'm sure that Ghana Water Company warned us way ahead that this was going to happen. They did. And I'm sure that we didn't take the warning seriously. We are getting there. And you see how strangely everybody is now talking about what's happening in Parliament. Everybody is now talking about Agenda 111. Everybody is now talking all those things that we're talking about. And nobody is talking about Galamsey, stopping Galamsey. And the President of the Republic told organized labor or disorganized labor that, look, give me some time for me to think through and give you an answer, a definite one, a decisive answer on how to fix and stop Galamsey, for a man who was prepared to put his presidency on the line. How much more time does the president need to be able to take a bold decision, to give us a bold solution to stop Galamsey? He's still thinking about it. He hasn't spoken about it. Boku happened, and there's fire on the mountain in Boku. Quickly, someone the meeting. Let's put a curfew on them. What about Galamsey? What about Galamsey? Can somebody call the president and ask him, what about Galamsey? Because our law says that when you find minerals, whatever they are, even the salt that we have, is vested in the presidency. It's vested in him. He said he needs time. Fair enough. How much time has he not had? How much time more does the president need to be able to take a bold decision to say, this is my decision as president of the republic, and this is how I want Galamsey to be dealt with decisively? He has not been able to tell us. He has not been able to tell us. And it's a worry. Look, finally, there's Dr. Bonaventure Benedict Alegibam's photo. And I will not stop talking about this matter until the man leaves office. I'm told that today, if all things go well, he will leave. The chief of staff wrote from the office of the president on the 12th of September 2024, after his contract had expired in March 2024. So April, May, June, July, August, September, 6 months after the contract, the chief of staff wrote and said, you must stop holding yourself in that capacity. Stop validating salaries, stop taking IOU, stop taking this, stop using company vehicles, stop doing that. He's still there at post. Now, if the presidency writes and one man is able to fight off the presidency and snub them, how do you want me to trust that the presidency is capable of doing anything? The presidency is weak. Was it Dr. Mustafa Ahmed who said the presidency is so depraved? One man has depraved the presidency. One man, just one individual. There are lectures are bound. There are lectures that are bound. One man, he has depraved, he's disrespected every authority that is over and above him. From the HR at ICO to the Agric Minister, Brian Champon, who is beating war drums, to the regional ministers. The 2 regional ministers have been swapped to. Now to the board chairman. And then to the presidency itself. He said, no, you don't have. I said the presidency wrote on the 12th of September. One person. Just one person. 12th of September. Nothing has happened. Now let's get to Adabraka. Over the weekend, there was some robbery in Adabraka. Show me the car number, the car plate. And I checked. And I always encourage you to check. *920 *57 hash. *920 *57 hash. Enter this car number, GN 735719, without a spacing. GN 735719. You can do it now as we speak. *920 hash 57 hash. *920 *57 hash. You enter that, and then it will ask you to enter the car number. Enter this car number. You see that this car number, like I've shown you many other instances of state vehicles, is not captured by the NIC, the National Insurance Commission's their database. So is this a fake number plate? Well, we wait for the Ghana Police Service. *920 *57 hash, and then enter this car number. It will tell you that it cannot be found on the NIC's database. But this was the car that was used for the robbery in Accra, in Adabraka. This was the car that was used. And last Friday, the participants of the 3FM Sunrise Mobile Edition, Olele Salvador, Kali J, and Ivy, Inyonam, and many others, they made me had a good laugh. I had a good laugh because for the first time, I got to know that we actually have, did you know that we have an app fixing potholes? Is there, Abiam? We have an app for fixing potholes in this country. launched by our very own Dr. Digital. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Put it up there. Maintain My Road. That's what the app is called. It's on Google Play Store, Apple iOS Store. Join us in improving Ghana's road network. Report potholes, report accidents, report best pipes, report faulty traffic signal. We have a whole app designed, launched, funded by the state to fix potholes. Ask me how many potholes have been fixed because of this app. No. Tell me how many potholes have been fixed because of this particular app. Tell me. And every day, and you know, I was telling somebody the other time that Dr. Bawumia's claim to be Dr. Digital or Mr. Digital is because he's been launching apps. Now, let's come and pay attention to the apps that have been launched. And then let's ask ourselves how those apps, with all the monies that we invested into them, are helping our cause. That's the only way we can do an assessment. And don't you do any proper monitoring evaluation before you bring another app. We have an app for potholes in this country. Did you know? You didn't know, I'm telling you. Come to me. We have an app for fixing potholes in this country. Potholes. And then you drive through town and you ask yourself, are people able to use this app to report the potholes? And if they report the potholes, how soon is it fixed? We have an app for potholes. And you can go back to many of the apps that have been. Dr. Bawumia told us that he was launching an app for school feeding so that when they feed your child rice and beans, then it will register on the app. Have you seen the rubbish that our children are being fed with in school? Ask yourself how that app has fixed that problem. So we are always interested in fixing the remedial issues than the root cause. This portal app, if you finish this app and you give it out there, what will the local assemblies, the MCs and the DCs and the work supervisors and works engineers and the rest of the, what will they be doing? What will they be doing? We're just wasting money and based on the apps that we have launched and put out there. Somebody has claimed the title Dr. Digital. Probe into that Dr. Digital. Was it not Dr. Bawumia who came to tell us that everybody will have a bank account at some point? Now they say when you have a Momo account, it is a bank account. When you have a Momo account, it's a bank account. Now people are even trying to arrogate Momo and give it to Dr. Digital. But MTN was running Momo many years before Dr. Bawumia even got into the political fray and got into power. Now we are trying to take everything and hand over to Dr. Bawumia. I'm asking the apps that we have launched, those that we have spent money on, COVID app, COVID church app, name the apps, plenty apps. How have they helped us? The apps, how have the apps helped us? I'm asking a question this morning, and I'm sure to think about it together with me. How have those apps helped us? And how much was spent on those apps? And who designed those apps? Do you remember Jack, Where Are You? You don't remember that app? Jack, Where Are You? I Am Here. You don't remember that app? What is the difference between Tap and Go? You remember that was an app launched by Dr. Bawumia, Tap and Go. What's the difference between that and Go Right? What's the difference between Tap and Go Right? What's the difference? I'm asking you a simple question. You are the one, let me, Dr. Digital. I say Tap and Go is an app that Dr. Bawumia launched, right, for the transport sector. And then Go Right is also an app that Dr. Bawumia recently launched for the transport sector. I'm asking you, what's the difference? Don't insult. Just give us the answer under the stream if you know. Every day we are launching something new. And then you ask yourself how that has helped our situation. Common Ayalolo bus service we couldn't manage. Go and look at J. Kufuor's Metro Mass, how we have run it down. Go to STC. Now, private people are the ones who have taken center stage in the management of transportation in the country. If they decide that tomorrow they are going on strike, we are dead. We'll crash. And when you ask the questions, they say, why are you asking the questions? And I'm asking you, we as a country, we have seen state OSA, we have seen all those things before. As a country, we have seen all those transport services before. People take their passport out of the country, they travel, they go to the UK, the US, they go to Germany, they go to France, they go to wherever it is, Australia, and they use the buses, they use the trains. Well, in this country, a train got stuck or hit or whatever it is on a rail line. Insurance became a problem. Insurance, 2 million, became a problem. Have we been able to fix that train matter? We have not been able to fix that train issue. And then now we say we are bringing in new trains. So we always are leaving the issues that must be handled, and then we go and bring another one. In your own home, if you have rice already prepared and it's on the burner or on the cooker, do you leave that rice, don't consume it, and then you go and cook or boil another rice? Don't you eat what is already prepared? So why do we do that to ourselves? Why do we waste money that we claim we do not have? Why do we do that? Why do we waste money that we say we do not have, and we are always out there borrowing? Why? Why do we do that? Why do we do that? I'm asking a question. Why do we do that? Why do we always waste money that we claim we do not have, and then yet we come back to come and burden the people? We say we're going to move from taxation to production. That's what we told ourselves. That was one of the reasons that Nana Addo got elected for. I said we're going to move away from the Gordjiersbergen economy. We're going to do this. Plenty English. Everybody applauded. We liked it. Have we moved from taxation to production? Taxation to production. Have we moved, or have we gotten into much more taxation than we promised the people that we're going to take them out of? Have we moved from taxation to production? What strategies have we put in place to ensure that we're moving from taxation to production, beyond the talk and the sloganeering? Have we moved from taxation to production? And from the time that we announced that we're going to move from taxation to production, how many more new taxes have we introduced? What is our industrialization drive? In terms of exportation, what do we export? Do we add value? What is the strength of your currency? Enough of the too much talk. Enough of it. Too much talk. Enough of it. We're going to move from taxation to production. I said, how have we done that? And then we'll go and push money into a so-called priority of priorities called the National Cathedral, which was somebody's private pledge to God, that give me a second term, I will build a cathedral for you. That money that we pushed into it and that space, we could have used it for a factory. Look at the disgrace, the national disgrace that we have. And when you talk, they say, don't talk about it. And then people will put a religious slant on it that, hey, it's God's house. If I decide that I have a personal promise or pledge to God, must I burden the nation with it? I'm asking you. It was my personal pledge to God that God, give me a second term, I will build a cathedral. Must I now turn it into everybody's burden? Is that what the people of Ghana need? Is that how you move from taxation to production? Is that how you move from taxation to production? I'm asking you. You are the Mr. All-Knowing, Miss All-Knowing. You explain everything. Is that how to move from taxation to production? Is that how to do that? The countries that we go and borrow monies from, is that how they conduct themselves? So why do we conduct ourselves in such a manner, and then when we finish, we come back and start complaining? Complaining about what? Complaining about what? The leadership in this country must wake up. I have given you a clear example of how Dr. Aligibam has messed up the whole system. He has rubbished every authority over and above him. And the leadership of the country are watching. Are you suggesting to me that there is any leadership in the country? I've just showed you. I read the letter from the office of the chief of staff for you. What has the chief of staff herself said about this situation? That I write a letter. I am supposed to be the supervising authority on behalf of the president and on behalf of the republic. And I have written a letter to somebody that says, stop holding yourself. Give all company property that you are holding on, vehicle, a bungalow, blah, 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 the office, hand over to the next senior most person and move. The person is still at post. September has come and gone. October has come and gone. We are in November. And you say that there is leadership. There's no leadership. We are on autopilot. We certainly are on autopilot. Look, Over the weekend, bless his soul, Dr. Michael Ejekum, Kama Group, he passed. May he rest in peace. He had something to say about the domestic debt exchange program. That which our own finance minister tried to apologize to us briefly and then went on to justify in just 2 lines. He apologized to us briefly and went on to justify. He is in Obronicrom talking tough and talking nice. And that's what we do. We go out there and we speak to foreign press. We don't speak to our own press. That's what we do. But I showed you last week how Dr. Kofi Abrefa-Bozia, how he met the press. Our leaders, they avoid the press. Play Dr. Michael Ejekum's video for me. Play it. Play it. Kama Group. I went to America. No, that's not Dr. Michael Ejekum. Dr. Michael Ejekum is in a blue shada. Pitana Moa is her life. Dr. Michael Ejekum is gone to be with the Lord. A very noble man indeed. And a very, very noble man indeed. I wish we'd find that video and play that video quickly. And he had a certain sense of honesty and candid spirit. On that occasion, in that video, he was talking about the domestic debt exchange program. He was at the book launch when we failed him. He was at the book launch, and as big as he was, he said he couldn't even afford 1,000 Ghana cedis donation at the book launch. This is somebody who has saved, somebody who has created enterprises, somebody who has sharpened and honed a lot of people. This is somebody who has created an empire, business empire. America. No, that's all, Doctor. And monies that he has saved for over 30 years. He couldn't have access to his money because somebody has mismanaged the economy to the point where we had to do a domestic debt exchange program. When we started talking about it, they say it's COVID, Russia, Ukraine, COVID, Russia, Ukraine, COVID, Russia, Ukraine, COVID, Russia, Ukraine. That was the refrain that was being sung to us. COVID, Russia, Ukraine, COVID, Russia. That was the refrain that was being sung to us. These days when you talk about everything, they say the answer is free SHS. You ask about geography, they say free SHS. You have about banking sector collapse, they say free SHS. You ask about your water, they say free SHS. You ask about electricity, they say free SHS. You ask about your money in the bank that you can't reach, they say free SHS. Everything you ask is free SHS. It used to be COVID, Russia, Ukraine, COVID, Russia, Ukraine. How do we suffer more than the people who themselves are fighting? I demonstrated to you here how Russia, in spite of the confusion that they had, the banking sector was declaring profits. Our own situation is worse than the people. We are many, many miles away. Let's listen to Dr. Ejekum.
Analytically, you will not buy. I am a pensioner. And all my money, I must confess, I know I'm on air. The money that I saved to take care of my pension time has been taken over by the banking cleanup. So I don't have my money to support such a wonderful book. And if I tell you how much that I saved for over 30 years to take care of my position now, you weep for me. And I get nervous. At my age, to picket as Minister of Finance, because the legitimate money that I made has been taken over and I'm not being paid. Meanwhile, it's gone to Parliament within the budget that they are paying us. They haven't paid. About 800 of my people have died. Others have got stroke. And when we meet, we see a lot of our people in wheelchairs. Is that what the government wants us to be? Is that what you want me to be? My right hand side of my mind told me that save, continue to save towards the future. Now, I cannot even afford 1,000 cedis to buy this wonderful book. I'm the chairman, so I'm forced to buy it. How do I buy it? So before coming here, I went to SNET. And you know what the digitalization is doing to us? At 70, at your birthday, if you don't come to confirm or validate your existence through the bio. The computer will stop paying you. Meanwhile, I'm a 3rd January 1950 born. 3rd January. So January has passed, February has passed, they've stopped paying my pension. So, Prof, I had to rush to Senate office today to tell them that I'm still alive. So they said, okay, put your left 4 fingers there, 5 of your 4 fingers of your right, you're on the thumb, and they said, now you are through, you'll be paid. And how much is it? And I'm prepared to cough out of this little pension 3,000 cedis to this book. I think I need a better round of applause.
Once upon a time, a very rich man reduced to nothing because of a domestic debt exchange program. Was it too hard to have given the man his money? And he's not alone. A former Chief Justice of the Republic went on the street to picket. A former Director General of Securities and Exchange Commission went on the street to picket. Lawyers, doctors, engineers, architects, big people in this country who should have never ever been on that street, they went on the street because hands were being dipped into their pockets without their permission. They say, oh, when you invest with the government, it's the safest. Now we are rewriting the principles of economics. We have actually rewritten the principles of economics, where people come and sign on to a deal, a bond, to say, oh, I want to get this, and then we now change the thing without telling them. We coerce them into it, we force them into it, and we give them lower yielding ones. We say, oh, even the lower yielding ones, we will not pay you immediately, we'll pay you later. These are the men. We have the men. We have them. These are the men. This is how the ditch we have entered into, and nobody is apologetic about it. The last time our finance minister tried to apologize, he spoke a line of an apology, and then he went on to justify. That's not an apology. Nobody has had the dignity and respect for the people to apologize very much from their heart. We are a proud nation. We will not go to the IMF, Sambalat and Tobago. We are called names. This Joshua and Caleb economy that we're running, the economy we're running, Ken Ofori-Atta's Joshua and Caleb economy, that's what we are running now. It's a continuation. That's what we have. That's what we have now. And somebody will tell you that, oh, it's the safest to invest with government. Lie. People still do not have their money. And when you say the explanations that are given to you, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't add up. It just doesn't make sense. We failed the man. May he rest in peace. And he's not alone. There are a lot of businessmen who are crumbling. They say, oh, it's their family people who are running down the business. No, give him his money. The money that he has, his own money that he invested, give his money to him and see if he will. Look at what we have done to Dr. Papa Kwesi Nduom. We have brought the man down to his knees. Look at what we have done with him. He says, you say, I owe. I say, yes, I agree. But you also owe me, so pay me so I can pay the people I owe. You say no. You shut the man down. And me, I travel a lot. I go around the countryside. Dr. Papa Kwesi Nduom, arguably, aside maybe GCB and ADB, was the only bank that had branches everywhere. Go and check what his bank branches have become. Go and check. A few years ago, we were complaining about Mr. Daku, the poultry farmer. We were complaining about Apia Minkanso. We were complaining about those people, how they were treated under a certain government. We were complaining about it. The way you have treated Dr. Papa Kwesi Nduom is actually much more high-handed than how Akuko Daku and the rest, they were treated. High-handedness. That's what you have done. What you complained about, you have actually perfected it. You have perfected it. Do you know how many people have lost jobs? Do you know how many people have lost jobs? There were 347 microfinance companies that were shut down. It came up at the vetting. Mr. Kojo Nkrumah and his wife's name were mentioned at the vetting table. What happened to that? Who has been held accountable? 347 microfinance companies. You remember that? Aside the banking sector collapse, there are 347 microfinance companies. And we will remind the people, what has happened? Who has been held accountable for it? I'm asking, who has been held accountable for it? 347 microfinance companies. Who has been held accountable for it? That's money, no? Is it not money? If somebody, the way we are treating Dr. Papa Kwesi Ndom, we should line up all the 347 microfinance companies and deal with them. What has happened in the DKM matter? What has happened in the DKM matter? I'm asking. We should be measured and we should be principled in the way we deal with issues. We can't approbate and reprobate and be doing the kukwasa. No, we should stop that. That's not how to build a country. If it is wrong, it is wrong. If it is right, it is right. Professor Mill says the fact that times have changed doesn't make right wrong and wrong right. I've finished. Good morning. Please call me 055 924 27.
Over 5 million children have benefited from free SHS. Protect free SHS. Vote Dr. Bawumia, #1 on the ballot.
You know, 1 bucket of Flamingo paint is equal to several buckets of any other paint brand on the market. Flamingo paint, superior durability, superior hiding, superior coverage. Flamingo paint, simply superior. You know, 1 bucket of Flamingo paint is equal to several buckets of any other paint brand on the market. Flamingo paint, superior durability, superior hiding, superior coverage. Flamingo paint, simply
Ready for school?
Yes!
My champs, they use a lot of energy at school. I know because imagine the energy they may have used up to return home this transformed every day.
Your champs need nourishment and energy. Give them the Milo Energy at breakfast, now with vitamin D that supports energy release to help their daily performance. Milo, energy to go further. This advert is FDA approved.
One choice, multiple styles. All big, all unique.
Mama, stop worrying.
How is Kobna? I got some of his medication. His friends are raising funds to support us.
The kidney disease has taken the toll on my son and our finances.
Mama, there is hope. The pharmacist told me about Mahama's policies on chronic diseases. John Mahama is going to establish the Mahama Cares Fund to support Ghanaians with kidney diseases, sickle cell, cancer, diabetes, hypertension, and other heart conditions to support and ease the financial burden on families like ours. Mama, but that is not all. Ghanaians can access free health care when they go to the CHIPS compound, health centers, clinics, and polyclinics. Mama, we have to vote wisely for Kobna's sake. Mama, wipe your tears. Wipe your tears. Mahama cares.
Vote for change. Vote for John Mahama and the NDC.
Hey, Ma.
How are you and the kids?
Grandma, I miss you.
Is that a Pia? Didn't she go to school?
Oh, no. She's just recovering from malaria.
You see why I don't like to come and visit?
Oh, Ma. Now we have the new treated nets for every room.
Are you serious?
Yes. Even your room has the new treated nets.
Adwa, then you'll be seeing us soon.
Yeah, now I sleep under my new treated net every night.
Are you serious?
Your insecticide-treated net now comes with a new type made for your sleeping comfort.
The new net is very strong, highly resistant, and just as effective.
Remember, a treated net is better than no treated net. Sleep under it every night and throughout the night to avoid malaria. Let's come on board Good Life to eliminate malaria now.
Good life, live it well. It's an everyday thing. This message is brought to you by the Ghana Health Service and partners with support from USAID and the US President's Malaria Initiative.
Hi viewers, my name is Defenzi. Have you heard of Cash Out? Yes, I have won on Cash Out. It all started one day. My wife was telling me about Cash Out, Cash Out, Cash Out. I was like, what at all is this Cash Out? Okay, so I had money in my Momo and I decided to give it a try. Then I left off to work and I got a message. Wow, 5,000 Ghana cedis. Can you imagine? Next week I did it again and I won another 2,000. That same week, my wife also won another 2,000. Cash Out is real. Wow, I'm enjoying. Do you watch TV3? Star 439 hash. Star 439 hash. I will do it over and over again. You too can be a winner.
An inspiring tale of love, hope, and perseverance. This is Faltu, which means useless. Being born into a feudal family in rural Rajasthan means Faltu faces ill treatment,